Butterfly Carbon Butterfly Fly.
Right, so hi guys, Richard here again, the Tech Chef. I'm going to talk about another little quadcopter, little micro, that again was sent to me by Fullspeed RC, and they wanted a review done. So once again, here we go. So let's start off with the frame quality. The frame is, I suspect, 2mm, or yep, no, wrong again. There's actually 1.5mm base and a 0.7mm top frame. So not that sturdy, to be honest, but in a very small little quadcopter like this, I'm not sure we actually need that thickness of a frame. However, the only way we're going to be able to find out how sturdy this little frame is to actually fly it. And once it's in the air, and we've had our first crash, which I suspect won't take very long in my capable hands. Alright, so 600 TV line camera with a built-in VTX, 40 channel, switchable to race band. The VTX is only 25 milliwatt, non-switchable, so you're stuck with 25 milliwatt. Again, as is all the micros busy being released lately, and especially by these guys at Fullspeed RC, with a dipole antenna. I like the dipoles simply because they're a little bit sturdier than the old clover leaves, which after one crash you'd end up having to desolder and put a dipole in or replace the clover leaf anyway. Again, it's a little CMOS camera, and we spoke a little bit about CMOS cameras in some of my previous episodes, but CMOS isn't as bad as it used to be. Definitely the video quality is definitely improved over the last couple of years. So having a CMOS camera is not necessarily a bad thing anymore. The flight controller and what they call a mini cube consists of a 4-in-1 6-amp ESC and once again an Omni Mini flight controller. The flight controller is an F3 processor, MPU 6000 gyro again, which these gyros are super stable. So anything with a 6000 gyro in it is inherently going to have less vibration and noise issues because of frame vibration. The flight controller comes standard with Betaflight OSD already flashed to the board and configured, so that's pretty good. The little buzzer on the top here is a little 5-volt buzzer. It has a little orange LED on it which will flash when the buzzer goes off. So if you look at that, you'll see this little orange buzzer, quite bright, and then it will flash obviously as the system arms. Don't do what I've just did and always take the props off when you're plugging in, but I just wanted to show you the buzzer. Once again with the build quality, super impressed with the solder quality that these guys have produced. Once again, looks like machine soldered. I'm not sure if they actually do machine solder, if they're hand soldered, but if they are hand soldered, I'm pretty impressed. So once again, one of the things that I spoke about in a previous video when I was doing the review on the Leader 120 is I would like to have seen maybe a little bit more attention paid to the actual finish, before they assemble these frames. These frames, obviously you can feel with the cut from the CNC machine has been made, and it could have been a little bit tidier, or just possibly beveled slightly, just to make a slightly less rough finish. But that said, that's an easy thing to repair ourselves, and I'm not going to cry about that too much. So in the package came a 500 milliamp 3.7 volt 1-cell battery, a little USB charger board, 2 full sets of props, and they also sent me a set of prop guards. These little copters are great for flying indoors, and if you live in England like I do, there's not a heck of a lot of sunshine. I'm going to definitely be fitting those little prop guards and flying about inside just to see how it flies. Also gave us 2 rubber bands to obviously fix the LiPo to the base of the frame, and a piece of Velcro. So you'll notice that the screws aren't flush mounted, so once you've stuck the little Velcro on, you have a little bit more clearance between the Velcro, between the LiPo and the frame. So I'll be using those. They have made a mounting point for the rubber band, so you just clip it over like so, and then clip it over like so, and then obviously you could just slide the little LiPos in, and that works quite well. I use that on a couple of the other micro builds that I've done, and those LiPos, those little elastic bands are fairly sturdy. But this is where they're, you know, beveling the edges slightly on these frames to clear them up would take away any chance that these little rubber bands will be cut by the rough edges, and I suspect they actually could be cut by the rough edges. So the little connector, it's the same sort of connector that they would use on a tiny whip, the upgraded version of the tiny whip, so you could use a high voltage LiPo on here. And yeah, I'm fairly chuffed with that. I'd be quite happy to keep that. Just need to maybe obviously figure a way of tidying up that cable so it doesn't get tangled up anywhere. They also gave us 2 full sets of props. The props aren't that great. I suppose like any of these little micros, there's such a variety of props out there at the moment that I would probably change to these two, probably a ladybird or something similar to that. These are, I suspect, the same size as you would use on a Hubsan X4. So yeah, other than that, not really a hell of a lot more I could tell you about this little copter, other than I'd really can't wait to go out there and fly it. And then I'll do a video of possibly the Leader 120 and this little BAT100 flight videos and flight tests as a combined episode. I would recommend that coming out of Fullspeed RC without a doubt. It looks to be a great little copter. And that said, thank you very much again for tuning into my channel. I'm looking forward to doing the next video, and like I always say, fly, carbon butterfly, fly.